Life reinsurance is really the insurance of life companies. So life direct companies or life insurers insure policyholders, and through the law of large numbers, the risk is reduced. Reinsurance companies are then insuring several insurance companies. And there are even insurance companies of the reinsurers, they're called retrocessionaires. So there are several layers. With each layer, risk is reduced and there's efficiencies that can be passed on to the policyholders.
Life reinsurance has been around since the 1860s. In Bermuda specifically, however, compared to the P&C sector, it's always historically been the less prominent arm of the reinsurance market. But that has changed significantly over the last 5 to 10 years, and we've seen a ton of growth coming from that sector.
Bermuda is one of the most reputable regulatory environments for insurance in the world. So they're one of only 2 Solvency II equivalent jurisdictions and one of only 7 NAIC qualified jurisdictions. And what this allows is for Bermuda reinsurers to compete on a level playing field with their peers globally and provide those solutions in North America and Europe.
The key attraction of the Bermuda marketplace to the life and annuity sector is the regulatory environment. The Bermuda Monetary Authority is a single regulator for all financial sector firms in Bermuda. The BMA works collaboratively with industry to ensure a fit-for-purpose regulatory regime while adhering to rigorous international standards.
The BMA is accessible. Companies can go in, speak with them, talk about specific large transactions or bespoke reinsurance structures. The BMA can really understand and they can provide an answer, a definitive answer within weeks.
I think another reason why Bermuda is chosen as an offshore domicile is also stability. We have a government that is stable and is committed to Bermuda's insurance industry.
The life reinsurance sector in Bermuda is growing, and this is driven by a variety of economic, regulatory, and demographic trends. A key driver is a consumer shift in focus towards savings and investment products, and this has allowed Bermuda reinsurers to bring their asset management expertise into the annuity markets globally.
The population in the Western world and the developed world is aging. And so there is a higher and higher demand, and there's no end in sight for retirement products. Also, another reason is lower interest rates. Since the 80s, interest rates have been very low. And so these 2 factors really have been putting pressure on the direct writers. They're running out of capacity. Also, the low interest rates are putting pressure on their profitability. So they're really looking to reinsurance to help them be more profitable or be more efficient and to spread the risk.
I think the last 18 months have been particularly exciting with some very large players entering the Bermuda market. And the reasons are varied. I mean, whether it's the Solvency II equivalence providing an opportunity to actually redomicile, whether it's wanting the BMA as the group regulator for the newly established group. I think all of these things are making the jurisdiction more and more attractive, and we should definitely be seeing much more growth coming through.
The reasons for the growth in the sector include the pragmatic, principle-based regulatory environment, Solvency II equivalence, speed to market and accessibility of the regulator, accessibility and experience qualifications of the workforce located in Bermuda, and the location of Bermuda. It's close to major capital hubs, which is a clear advantage.
There's an influx of capital into this market as many investors see life insurance and annuities as a stable and diversified source of leverage and earnings, allowing them to bring their asset management expertise to help meet consumer needs globally.
And because of the low interest rates, institutional investors are seeking yield. They're looking to make investments, seeking diversified yield. And the life insurance sector is a great option for them. It's steady income and at relatively low risk. So you've got the supply, the demand, and then you've got Bermuda as a really ideal jurisdiction.
I think in this day and age, you always hear about issues with legacy business being written onshore. And I think there's going to be more of those issues being raised and more people looking for solutions. And the new capital in Bermuda is going to be able to solve those problems without the legacy issues, with better modeling, better research, and not the historical issues that the other onshore carriers have had. So I think we're going to continue to see life companies formed in Bermuda. I think you can continue to see them to raise capital in large quantities, and you're going to continue to see them be diverse in how they approach their business.
They're very efficient in processing startups. There's a solid infrastructure here, and the licensing process is relatively easy. So there's definitely room for more growth, and I see more growth in Bermuda's future.